close this. Let Twitch and YouTube streams start. Reload the page. Reload the page. Reload the page. Reload the page. There it is. Copy link address. Replace this YouTube one with it. Paste. Let me just. There we go. Nice. Okay. 1 and 2. Nice. There we are. Okay, everything's all set up relatively quickly. Now we wait for people to show up. And looks like YouTube chat did work. It's there. It doesn't look great, but it's there. Boo boo boo, bow 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 bow, dow dow. The music is still so goddamn good. I love all the menu music for the various Project Moon titles. Just all of the menu music is always just so damn good. Like Lob Corp's menu music is ingrained in my mind because of how long it took to beat that game and how long I spent on the menu just swapping out ego gear and agents. Also, the fact it played in a lot of the story scenes helps, but it's not all. And 6-ball perk knock. The 6-ball perkers knocked is almost over, but I 100%ed it. Both the easy and hard missions. Only 22 hours left until it stops. And how is the no drop frames? Perfect. Perfection. Because I was kind of expecting dropped frames. If the coast has stopped streaming, I would expect the luck to fall onto me. Okay. Now. Yeah, we're almost there. I want to. I got enough Yisang shards to get Solemn Lament. Oh, Dawn in a maid outfit. That feels like it's an identity. Let me check what Dawn identities I have. No. I mean, I have her in a Clee Powell if you'd like that one more. This outfit for her. It looks very nice. And also, there's the Magical Girl. It is a frilly dress, and it looks very nice. Welcome, Mon. How you doing? We're just waiting for if anyone else will show up. And if everyone does, I'm probably gonna... Yep, rotating ideas in your head. Oh, what? I'll feel free to talk about them. I'm entirely open to just chatting about them because I have nothing else to do right now. God, Solemn Lament is such a cool abnormality. Also, it's a gun identity. It has bullets, ammo. Yeah, okay. If you win a clash, net neutral sinking count. If you win a clash, -1 sinking count. If you win a clash, -1 sinking count. That doesn't seem that great for a sinking team. Does Butterfly give more sinking count? Sinking equal to living, because the living is departed. No, it doesn't give sinking count. You don't seem that good for a sinking team then. Shield equal to sum of Butterfly on target. Max 20%. Wait, sum? So just add them together. Okay. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, I'll just buy him now. Lobotomy Ego, Solemn Lament. Oh, I do understand your sentiment on death. Why not converse a little longer about it? Here's he saying. There's a little butterfly on his arm. It's transparent, apparently. I didn't know his butterflies were transparent. Well, I do understand your sentiment on death. Why not lay rest the impulses in your heart for a moment and converse with me more? Yep, Solemn Lament ye song. Do I have enough to get him to max level? Sadly, no, unless I use an identity boost ticket. Do. Oh wow, up to 1, you don't even do sinking? Butterfly. It's unique sinking. Okay. Yeah, unique sinking's okay. Consume 5? Oh, and then, but actually, doesn't the ammo have a, like, skill or something? What's the ammo skill? Living Departed. When inflicting Butterfly, inflict the same amount of Living Departed. Oh, actually, living is potency to part of this count for each Living Departed value. Counts with the shot. Inflicting Butterfly. The same amount of Living Departed consumed. X living, Y departed, Y departed. If it runs out, you reload. When reloading, gain the Living Departed equal to SP. Oh, okay. Properties are calculated separately. Neat. Anyway, we have made it to the no. We have made it to over 5 minutes, and no one else has shown up. So I guess we're starting. Inferno. Intervallo 5-2. 7-2? I don't know which one it is. Nocturnal Sweeping. Oh, this is... Wait. I thought there was a... Oh, it is H-Corp. It is H-Corp, okay. The P up by the title thing over there confused me for a second. And now it's time to see the Hey Show pack in action. Last time, what y'all missed, we arrived at H-Corp, which looks like a goddamn Rubik's Cube. Like, see? I'm guessing it's inspired by Kowloon Walled City, because I've heard a bit about that, just, like, seen a video on it. We arrived at H-Corp. Hong Lu is apparently, like, actually a good fighter, just in general, because he just whooped this dude's ass right here. We met up with Pilot and Sod. Pilot was the LCCB agent we saw in Canto 5, and Sod was the LCCB agent we thought died in Canto 3. They introduced us to the shadiest man alive, who just immediately had the same vibes, was like putting off similar vibes to Otis's evil vizier tactics, where she's doing a ton of praising but it doesn't seem like genuine. Otis, when everyone else said like, you seem like Otis, she was kind of offended and just kind of got silent for a bit. Then we went to a Kezhan. We're very suspicious of what the hell the building's about, because it's weird. If we met up with the Don Quixote's Yuri partner and her chaperone, and talked with them for a bit. She tried to figure out what Dante was saying, but was very bad at guessing. And now we are simply on the Hey Show pack. Oh yes, and also, I picked up a new Yi Sang identity using the deposit thing. Lobotomy Ego Solemn Lament Yi Sang. Yay! And I have enough to max level up tie 1 identity. Do you want it to be Lobotomy Ego Solemn Lament Yi Sang, or Lobotomy Ego Magic Bullet Otis? I think I know what the answer is, but I want to hear you say it. Lobotomy Ego Magic Bullet Otis. Oh, no. He is very obviously going to betray us. It's a dude. Everyone just noticed, like, he's giving off similar vibes to Otis at the beginning, where she was constantly praising the manager for very small things. And, like, didn't seem sincere about it at all. Okay. So, first, Uptie 1. This is a burn identity that inflicts Dark Flame and has magic bullets. Uptie 1. And now it's time for the Uptie story. I remember the day when it offered me the contract. Let's have a look. What's her story? An ordeal is coming. The child scoffed lightly despite the marksman's serious declaration. Ordeals were merely an expected part of life in this place. Such an ominous warning was nothing but pointless dramatization. Seemingly recognizing the child's nonchalant response, the entity continued. No, this will be an ordeal far beyond your capabilities. Words were unnecessary. The child could see exactly what the entity was talking about, as though she was living through it. It all begins in this hallway. It devours the fears and horrors that flee. It scours for the veiled guilt hidden in the deepest corners of this place, and it continues the search for more sacrifices to be embraced. When you are left by your lonesome, after the trumpets of the apocalypse roar, you have no choice but to put that miserable bullet in your own temple. The child remained wordless, puffs of smoke from the pipe on her only response. It hurt her throat and eyes, but she enjoyed watching the plume fade inches away from the abyss. There once was a time when she never even thought of bringing a thing like the smoking pipe anywhere near her mouth. Unless you were to enter into a contract with me, that is. The following events played out before the child's eyes. The bullet pierces through everyone, everything that dares to stand in her way. Their skulls shatter to 1,000 pieces. That single, indiscriminate bullet. And in that scene of destructive pandemonium, the child feels the same feeling she felt when she took the first drag of the smoking pipe. She also came to a certain understanding that what the entity offered her was not the bullet that never missed. It offered her a bullet that will never stop until it strikes the one its user loves the most. Yet the child... Fine, I accept your contract. You already have. You did the moment you saw what played out before your eyes. As the marksman finished his sentence, the child suddenly realized that she was ready to fire the bullet at any moment. Oh, how I look forward to that day. To see what choice you'd make after putting that bullet into the skull of the one you love most. You must know that I may very well be your future. She still availed the entity nothing but a brief scoff. Is that what you think? Thus, the final destination of the bullet was revealed. The child had nothing left but her singular goal. That she would survive these ordeals and return home, no matter what. She would give anything if she could return, even if the cruelest of clauses would be mercy and a blessing. The bullet will pierce everyone, everything that stands in her way. In the end, it will return to her with her to her home. It will fly past all those that the child loved, even those that she loved when she could not. And eventually... I see. If it means the trajectory of the contract will be altered, you are willing to deceive anyone. Precisely, even myself if I must. Fly towards her own skull. The magic bullet that will inevitably hit the one you love most. She has tricked it, so it will hit her instead. And in her final moment, the child will go out wearing that same confident grin. Has she deceived even herself to her singular goal? Or is that merely an expression of her true feelings, appearing moments before the end? Alas, the answers will never be known, but that is how this contract will end. Because the child will gladly meet the altered trajectory of her own making. There we go. And let's see. Do we want Uptie 4? Do you want to do Uptie 4? Coin power for burn on target, we're never making that. Coin power for burn on target, we're never making that. Magic bullet fire, more damage for burn on target, we're never making that. Final power on this counter equal to magic bullet times 2. Gain magic bullet though. Then target defense level, gain poise. I'll leave most SP. Nah, not worth it. It's not worth it to do it. And then let's lobotomy ego magic bullet. And let's get her to max level so she can come with us. We'll use the identity boost ticket. Just one. Now. No. There we go. Level 55. Otis is ready. Let us begin. And enter Nocturnal Sweeping. 7.5-22, the Hay Show Pack. Oh? Fix the members? This is interesting. So, the only members we can bring are Dawn, Ryoshu, Mersault, Otis, and Gregor. That's an interesting selection. After that little kerfuffle, just as everyone was scattering to their rooms, Otis suddenly began to vehemently oppose leaving me on my own. Are you absolutely certain, Executive Manager? Seriously, don't worry about it. I usually took the night watch on the bus anyway. That is true. However, we are currently in uncharted territory for our team. We don't have much experience sleeping at a place where our safety is an absolute guarantee. Hey, we're literally right next door to them. It'll take less than 5 seconds for us to come over when something happens. We're currently in a hotel in the middle of H Corp. We're not in the bus anymore. Hotel in the back streets of H Corp. We're making our way to the nest, where Hong Lu's family resides. We're not certain who his family is, but we know they're important somehow. Do you know that every second matters in emergencies? Now, babushka to come. Let's get you out of here. And all the familiar sequence of events and words played out. And they eventually left my room, gently closing the door behind them. Also, doesn't babushka mean grandma? Did Rojo just call Otis grandma? Because if so, that's amazing. Finally, some peace and quiet. I sit on the corner of the bed, surrounded by silence, and allow my shoulders to slump for once. I don't need to sleep like the sinners do, but the fatigue doesn't go away on its own. I need some time to relax and empty my thoughts every once in a while. While I've gotten somewhat used to the pain, it still hurts like hell when I rewind the sinner's time. And the longer this journey got, the more frequent and severe the sinner's injuries became. They did get stronger, that's for sure, but so do their enemies. Which means that my clock is always turning and turning without a moment to rest. Otis, we're not certain why Otis is panicking. She says it's because this is our first time staying the night in a place that we don't have our safety absolutely assured. So she wants to stay with Dante. But she's never brought this up before, even during like other trips. And she seems very suspicious of what the dude I mentioned that was also Otis-like is planning, because she does not trust him in the slightest. So, I think of the star. Before the great gates, which I face with every revival, I witness its intricate engraving and feel its silent vibrations. Even after a whole year, I'm still no closer to understanding what they are supposed to represent. But is this SU? But by emptying my thoughts and just taking in the sights, I find myself calming down. Also, the wind is quite cool and crisp tonight. Wait, you're indoors. Why can you feel the wind? Wait, that's weird. Wind? Yeah, same! Why can you feel wind? We're inside! What's the sudden chill? Something opened the window, but there's no way this gentle breeze could have unlatched and left my window open like that. And if it did, it would have made a pretty loud noise. Someone's stuck in the window. Dante apparently has really good senses, because even with his senses closed, he doesn't have eyes. He could feel the wind suddenly appear indoors and notice like that's not right. Besides, this chill isn't coming from in front of me. I slowly turn around to look at where the window was supposed to be. Only to see a melted wall and an intruder slinking through this newfound opening. It's a ninja! Who are you? As though driven by some unknown survival instinct, I rolled off the bed. But there was already a blade right at where my neck and head met. Its steel a shearing cold. Oh yeah, the wall has melted. Why? Why did the wall of the hotel melt? Just a little nudge and I'd be dead even before I could make a tick. I remembered how worried Otis was to leave me alone. I thought she was just being paranoid. But apparently she sensed this coming. I should have trusted her judgment. Just as I was getting ready for my final struggle, My final moments filled with regret about not listening to Otis's advice. Ryoshu came in and interrupted the ninja. What a pathetically thin blade. Too delicate to have the clock CIH, don't you think? Ryoshu leapt down from the ceiling and deflected the assailant's dagger away from me. Ryoshu! Snuck in, thinking I was about to see something interesting, but you're just some beast with steel. I looked up to see the ceiling torn open, dripping with vicious paint-like fluid, just as I saw earlier during my conversation with Honglu. Oh, so the ceiling and walls are made of something that turns into paint-like fluid when broken. Is this entire house made of like nanomachines or something? Because that it's gray goo. It's definitely gray goo. Also, Xana, what do you mean by SU? Executive Manager! Are you unharmed? And Otis peeking out from the gap. I, Otis, was the one who instructed Ryoshu that the ceiling had a room to hide in. Remember that. Shut up and help me. Oh, though I thought this one was some beast with steel. I could have cut this beast in half, sword and all, had I not been on the bus. Yeah, all the sinners were weakened by their contract with Dante. Only now are they even approaching their former strength. Yep, all of your abilities were diminished the moment you were hired by this company. Equally defanged and depowered, if you will. I suddenly recalled Hohenheim's commentary back at the LCE. I had a vague notion of what he meant, but now I was really feeling it. NFW. What is happening? Just as Ryoshu was struggling to stop that one blade, the intruder pulled out another dagger with their other arm and slashed at Ryoshu's neck. A beast of a Heisho pack. The intruder would have cut her throat had Wei not burst through my door. Who wields you now? I don't suppose dialogue is an option. Light enters not the vast garden, yet falls a star into its fathoms still. No! The intruder reached into his clothes, muttering an odd invocation. Little shit! A talisman! Wait! Get it together! My lady! Just as the intruder muttering began to grow intense, Jia Zichun left into my room and struck the stranger with a fan. Were you going to let that bastard finish that stupid spell? They almost activated the Q-Corp talisman. Q-Corp is a talisman? Huh? Also, Xana, you still here? Apologies, my lady. It seems that I still remain somewhat bound by that spell. Oh? When were you bound by a spell? Listen, you're no longer Heisho. You serve me now. Got that? You don't have to let those things control anymore. Yes, my lady. My apologies. I fell limply to the bed with the sudden alleviation of stress and pressure. Hey, are you... I can't understand them anyway. I managed to stop the assassin before he laid a hand on them, fortunately. Got it. I don't think there was anyone else in here. Let's switch the lights on. Click. When the lights came on, we saw... This one's from a Mao branch, right? There's a black bamboo hat wearing assassin on the ground. The walls! The walls that appeared solid before we all went to sleep were now melting away as if they were of viscous fluid. There is something wrong with this building. I knew they must have done something to the building, but how is a Heisho here? This whole operation's got to be spearheaded by someone with real power. Oh, this whole operation got to be spearheaded by someone with real power. This isn't just an ambush from an oversighted family hierarch contestant. What I don't understand is, why the Mao branch? There are better Heisho branches to use if all they wanted to do was cut off the clock's head. They must have had a different purpose, huh? Correct. This one is from the Mao branch of the Heisho packs, which means more of them must have infiltrated this building. Though not the scale of the Z branch, the Mao branch always moves in groups. Therefore, their goal must be to kill every other guest staying in Kezhan, including you, my lady. Gotta get moving. We can't let them surround us if we want even a chance of surviving this. Dante! Sinners burst into my room, slamming the door open again. Thou'rt... Thank me later. If we don't move our asses, we're as good as dead. Way! Yes. We don't have the time to contact the main forces of our faction at the family mansion. You know what to do when we're at a numerical disadvantage, right? It will be done, my lady. Jia Zichun and Wei immediately stormed out of the room as soon as they saw the sinners enter, as though they'd been waiting in here for my protection. Don Quixote and Gregor stood red-faced and on edge. Zhao Jian, this one is working. Welcome to the YouTube chat. Glad to have you here. Is Twitch not working for you? Versalt was covered in battle wounds and Otis wore an inscrutable suppression. I stand before you in shame to borrow the hands of another to protect the executive manager. No, I should have listened to what you said. Extrapolating from the pattern by which the walls have disintegrated, it is likely that they utilized the identical means of infiltration for each sinner. Right. Were you attacked by bamboo-hatted assailants too? The ranks numbered many, Manager Esquire. Yet, for how many of them there were uncertainly silent. Verily, we were almost... Not almost. I saw on the way here that some of us did get killed, impaled straight through the guts. So, what he said about how fighting indoors was a taboo... Yes, a lie. How utterly cowardly and unjust of these vile cur to strike from the shadows! Twitch chat is frozen on my end. Let me reload it. Let me reload the page. Nothing. Nothing new. And let's check on this end. Nope, nothing on either end. Yeah, on both ends, nothing showed up. Either of the computers. Also, what the heck is going on here? What? Why did that not? What? What the hell? I'm not certain what's happening here with the YouTube chat, but whatever. Twitch chat is frozen on my end, of course. Yeah, it's just entirely broken for no reason. Great. I'm glad I got YouTube chat set up this stream to show up on the stream. I had apparently perfect timing to set up the YouTube overlay. Correct. Besides, there's more of them waiting to sink their blades into us. And now it's time to see what L Corp Otis is like. Ooh, this music is good. Repressed Bloodthirst. Minus offense level and defense level. They are level 60. And they have unbreakable coins. Oh no. Reuse this coin 2 times? That's bad. Like, very bad. Deathrite Haste is inflicted. Deal more damage. Strider Mal is a haste stack. 5. Then Repressed Bloodthirst. Make them weaker. On Deathrite Haste, deal more rupture count. Attack for slower speed, inflict more rupture count. Ryoshu. Gregor. Doop. Come on. Take them out. No. This is Hong Lu's arc. Otis's is, I think hers is either the 10th or... No, Mersal is 10, I think. I think hers is either 10 or 11. Because I think 12 is Faust. And I know 9 is Ryoshu. This is Hong Lu's arc. Take them out. Come on. The Mao cannot be allowed to live. Otis has 2 magic bullet now. She almost has enough. And then overthrow, because unbreakable coins are annoying. Flashable counter. I guess that's where these are introduced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ignition, dark flame. Guardian. Come on, smoke your... I love the aura of just smoking a cigarette and then attacking. What are we up to? Currently, we are doing a battle with the Mao branch of ninjas, I guess. They're called the Heisho, but they look like ninjas, so I'm gonna call them ninjas. And they have broken into this house. I use house in quotation marks in order to fight us. Will try to assassinate me, and they would have succeeded were it not for Otis's forethought. So everyone say thank you, Otis. Thank you, Otis. There we go. Arc number. This is right before Arc 8. We're almost at Canto 8. Yeah, this is the intervallo right before Canto 8. There we go. Has 3 health left. Great. It's dead. Just absolutely dead. Stand off, Umbra Strike, and you're dead. Thank you, Gregor. I love the fact that we wield the Zweihanders. Zweihanders just look so cool. And they are called the Zwei, his fixer association in that identity. Oh, we're not killing the Mao branch. We're simply staggering them, and then they retreat away. Interesting. I guess we can't kill them yet? Oh yes, also for anyone over on Twitch, apparently my my Twitch overlay is broken. So let me check something. If I pull up completely regular Twitch, like none of the creator side things, just my channel. Oh, it's working now apparently. It was just the Xana. Only Xana cannot type in Twitch chat apparently. Mon can. I see that potato. That potato is visible to me. Oh, I see them. I see them. There's so many. I know what you are. Shi Yihua. It is still the same 5. God, this music is good. DDEDR. Anyway, sorry that the Twitch chat is apparently just not working for you, Xana. I'll have to look into that, because I'm not certain what would cause that. Also, Mon, if you have posted anything after the initial potato, I cannot see it. Let us beat their heads in. Oh, he is not. Mon is fine. It is simply Twitch apparently dislikes Xana today for some reason. Oh, Zan's back. I can see you, Zan. I want more magic bullet. Give me more magic bullet. Down. Detonate magic bullet. We have 1. Leap beats restraint, and now we're hoping for a stagger. 1, 2, 3. Staggered. Perfect. Because you see, if you simply kill them before they can use their unbreakable coins, you win. And you don't have to worry about the damage. Yeah, I'm not certain what happened there either. No, lose the clash. Damn it. Not you, Gregor. I was talking to the bow. There's only 3 left. And how much magic bullet do you have, Otis? You have 2. Pity. Dominating, favored. I don't mind if Yield My Flesh loses. Yield My Flesh always gets value. If it's a clash win or a clash lose, doesn't matter which. Arcana beats. I love the Dawn. Like, those wings just are so nice. Favor. And they are dead. The beam, the magical circle that converts love into firepower goes so well. And before you ask, yes, that is canon. In the art book, it says that magical, the Queen of Hatred's spell circle says that it works via converting her love into firepower and laser beams. Yeah, I'm excited for Otis's arc too, because she still hasn't given us her. We're not certain, because Otis just means nobody. She's going by nobody right now. So we're not even certain if Otis is her actual name. It's probably Odysseus, considering who she's based on. I think we're safe. I think we're safe for now. Something tells me that they're not fighting us at full force. At least we routed them, so hopefully that means something. Where'd Don Quixote go? Hark! For I am here! Don Quixote rushed into my room from the hallway outside. Wait, she was just in here. I had gone to espy if the other sinners had suffered as we have. Verily, they were indeed targeted as well. Most defend themselves well against the curs, and shall be here post-haste. Yet... not everyone survived, Young Sinclair and Yi Sang, while it appeareth that they had risen and battled, they were caught unawares by our foes. 'Tis likely that their demise came soon after tripping over each other's foot. Well, they are the 2 weakest sinners. Yi Sang and Sinclair, I'm pretty sure. How embarrassing. And young Heathcliff, he... Isn't that fella our resident mob fight expert? How'd they even get him? They didn't get me, mate. I'm as good as new. Heathcliff! Huh? Let's go. It's a gobsmacked loss. I recall blade piercing young Heathcliff in the back of his head. Did that turn the clock for him already, Manager Esquire? No? Not yet, anyway. Okay, so Heathcliff got stabbed in the back of the head, got back up, and walked over here? Blimey, so that's what this funny itch on the back of my head... It is! Heathcliff did do that! He did exactly what I said. Heathcliff reached up to rub the back of his head, then crumpled to the floor mid-sentence. Heathcliff's not breathing anymore. He's dead. How did he even manage to walk all the way over here with a hole in his head? Young Heathcliff! The other sinners are starting to gather, Manager. As pathetic as this force may be, we cannot spare any hands at the moment, Executive Manager. We must also join the others as soon as possible and assist them. There are sounds of altercations coming from the lobby. Yep, too stupid to realize he died. Gotcha. The clock turns as it always does. The pain, I feel the pain as always. Sometime later. Here he is! The person who is obviously going to betray us, and obviously has. King Tao. Whoa. Please, hold on a moment. You! I can still see some people inside the lobby, which is also in the bizarre process of melting away. Woo. Among them, I noticed Gia Zichu clashing against the figure wearing a bamboo hat. Going on the offensive already, huh? How come a big shot in control of a Heisho pack decided to go after small fries like us? And behind the black bamboo hatted wearing assassin stood... I see that you've tracked me down, so certain of your own safety. But my master has already prepared countermeasures. There stood King Tao, our supposed collaborator who led us here, and Wei, who's threatening him with a sword. So you were behind this. It's you. I sussed out that you'd be planning something like this, but you lacked the patience to pull it off. You're quite observant. I thought I'd completely won you over. You must know that at H-Corp, there is but one path to survival and riches. Choose a family hierarch candidate and serve them with utter loyalty. But who in their right mind would serve young Master Bao Yu?
He who has grown up with no hardship. He doesn't even possess a single speck of ambition. You shut your bloody mouth, yeah? And you, rich boy. Oh, you're just gonna sit there and let that bloke talk shite to your face? But it's right that I don't have any ambitions.